Hi guys, I'm Grant Stream with CalTV, and we're all shocked by the horrifying images we've seen coming in from the East Coast and Sandy, but if there's one thing that we know here on the West Coast, it's that our natural disasters are much bigger, much more unexpected, and are going to blow Sandy out of the water. Has there been a lot of response to Hurricane Sandy?
I don't really think so.
No.
No.
Why do you think that might be?
Because it's on the other side of the country.
I think a lot of people are aware of it. They feel bad for it, but there isn't really that large of a reaction just because we're on the West Coast.
As much as we'd all like to be really interested in helping out with flood relief and things like that, I think that we're so far removed from it that most students haven't really been interested at all.
I can't say a lot about it, but I mean, they haven't done anything to make me feel like it has been a bad reaction.
There's a rivalry between the coasts, and I feel like this is more of an attention-seeking grab than a natural disaster.
Sure.
Do you think it was an attention-getting ploy?
I don't know. That's unfortunate. Sandy was an attention-getting ploy?
I mean, if they want our attention, then they kind of got it. I mean, whether they intentionally did it or not, I don't think, New York said that I want Sandy to happen, so.
Sounds like something New York would say, though.
Sandy's a
But it happened right during the World Series, though.
Right.
Why did it have to happen then?
Well, it's a hurricane. You can't control when it happens.
I suppose that's true, but I've heard on disinformation.com that we've been able to control the weather since 1950 at least. But I've never had that confirmed or...
At least people have been talking about the big earthquake hitting, and they think it's going to happen every year.
Oh, it's happening this year.
I mean, how do you know it's happening this year?
Because, you can't predict an earthquake like you can predict a hurricane, but it's our turn.
It is our turn, yeah. We've been waiting for a long time.
And our natural disaster here is going to be so much bigger than Sandy could ever, hope to be.
Yeah, it could be, possibly, sure.
With earthquakes comes fire and rubble and wreckage, whereas water comes with hurricanes, and you can't swim through fire.
You can't swim through fire.
You can swim in the water.
You can swim in the water.
Grab a
But there's
snorkel,
also
get a
fires in
floaty,
the
take a
water as
lesson.
well.
I have this fantasy of myself walking out of the rubble with a puppy under this arm and a baby in this arm, and in my fantasy I have abs.
Okay.
Yeah, I have abs.
8-pack.
6 with that subtle V line mostly.
the V-line's
But the
really
point is
good.
puppy and baby, and I'm saving
Gonna
them.
be wearing a cape as well.
Oh, no cape, shirtless, because my tattered clothes have ripped off, and I've got these pecs that I've always thought I could. I have
good handholds for the victims to grab onto as you jump
Yes,
forward.
mostly babies, but then one really super classy
Really
lay at the
creepy.
end.
That's really creepy.
Puppy, that might be a little bit more challenging.
Oh, after? There's stray dogs everywhere after an earthquake. It's wonderful. Have you heard when natural disasters like this happen, people blame certain aspects of society, or they'll say that this was brought on by God or whatnot.
Oh, yes, I have.
And they're blaming New York specifically for homosexuality in this case.
It's really idiotic.
I think so too, because San Francisco is a much, much gayer city than New York. And when our natural disaster happens, that's when God will be punishing the gays.
Could be. Or we
New York can't just claim it. Yes, Sandy sent chills multiplying down the East Coast, but we here on the West Coast know that a much bigger natural disaster is set to come. We'll be accepting names for it in the coming months. Nothing from Greece, something like Bruiser, I feel like would be good. But until then, we here in the Bay Area will be prepping the best way we know how. By drinking. Yeah. Bring it on.